Hello there again, YouTube paintball enthusiasts. I have a video review today of the 468 DMR-ish. I've bought a 468 DMR body and made a DMR out of it, so see what you think. So here we are with my Rap4 468 DMR body, I'll say, because it's not an actual full DMR kit. I've spec'd it up myself because I already had the Guardian handguard that I didn't want to keep using on my normal everyday rifle. So I've stripped that off my normal rifle and I've put a stumpy little handguard on my normal rifle, which some of you may have seen on my Facebook page. And obviously I bought a Bipod, which is it's a lovely bit of kit. It's quite basic, one expensive. I'll show you how that features later on. Got it with DMag magwell because I already have Helix mags, and I've actually ordered 14 round DMags for using with First Strike because I'm told they feed better. This is the new version of the gun body, so it's a single piece upper. They used to manufacture it with a two-piece upper, and I've heard of people having problems with the alignment causing friction on the bolt, but this is a single-piece upper. It appears to now be a cast grip frame. My 468 has it's a machined aluminium grip frame rather than a cast one, but I'm told by Michael at Rap4 that this was done because the machined ones were having issues and the cast ones function better, and obviously I think there'll be a price saving in the actual manufacture. The safety, it's got better. This one is now metal rather than being plastic. They've kind of machined a little stud, or welded a little stud onto the end of that pin that holds the trigger in, by the looks of it, to prevent you going too far. The little spike on the end of the safety actually stops on it. It functions, it's fine, it does what it's supposed to, and then all the way down it can't go beyond that because it's now metal, so it actually has a decent end stop, and then obviously that now functions, so that's fine. They've lost the fitting for you to be able to put the tool through to retain the velocity adjuster. Also, the nice little touch, I don't know if I'll be able to show you this, but the velocity adjuster actually, hang on, bodging. The velocity adjuster actually has an Allen key adjustment down inside it now, which my old 468 never used to have, which is obviously it's a marked improvement, is that, because being able to change the velocity without having to entirely strip the gun to pieces is a good one. The action's very, very nice, it's very smooth. Obviously it still has the lock bolt. I'm saying obviously far too many times again. Still has the lock bolt, so if you don't actually load around it, it will stop, as does with the 468, which again is a nice feature. So when your mag is empty, it is gonna lock out on you. If a round doesn't feed properly, again it's gonna lock out on you, which is brilliant, because obviously the last thing you want to be doing is smashing around in your breech. So if you want to disengage the lock bolt, you can just put your finger in and do it. I'll load up some rounds, and I'll try and catch how well it feeds, because I've not fired it in anger, but I have cycled rounds through it, so I can show you how the rounds actually feed in, and it does seem to be very reliable, but time will tell. So I have pre-chambered 2 First Strikes into the actual magwell retaining, so that they are, when I load a mag, they will be all 7 should be able to cycle. obviously they're just going to fall out. They're just going to end up getting pushed into the breech because I've taken the barrel off. But we'll be able to see whether it cycles okay. So load the mag. I think that's engaged. No, it hasn't. There we go. So there you go. I'm in theory thinking that actually shooting it won't be any different. You will get the same end results. I mean, they all seated perfectly well, positively home. The D-mags, they are the first strike ready D-mags, so they have got a much stronger springing. I was quite surprised how much stronger the spring is. Don't, I've done it once, I'm never doing it again. Don't disengage a mag with your finger in the end thinking, oh, I'll just stop the follower from damaging itself. But yeah, pain ensues, it's not very pleasant. Avoid it at all costs. The 468 body, nicely, it came with a first strike ready D-mag, and it also came with the gas through stock. But I've put that gas through stock on my normal rifle. I'm going to start running that remote because I can get more shots out of it that way. But with this being bolt action, it'll use less air anyway. And then I'm going to run a 13 CI on the back, which I had to actually speak to Michael at Rap4, and he sorted me out. I needed to get a collar on the pin that locates into there, because it was causing issues with when you shouldered, typical foam, when you shouldered the stock, pressing on the stock was moving the velocity adjuster forward into the body, and that would affect the velocity. So that little spacer thing there sorts it out. This actually I've already had this again. I was using a 13 CI on my 468 before, so that's that. I'll show you the barrel I've got as well. Again, that didn't come with the gun body. I bought all the parts separate because it was going to work out better for me that way. I bought a hammerhead shaped projectile. I'll tell that the other way up actually because it'll be the wrong way up. Hammerhead shaped projectile barrel, and I also bought I think they call it a Whisper muzzle brake. I liked this muzzle brake. I can't get it off now. Pulled it on too tight because it does nothing near the ball. I think a lot of muzzle brakes with paintball, they can be quite confining around the ball, and if the ball just manages to wing out and clip the muzzle brake, it's not going to do it any good. This is a truly rifle barrel. See if we can. Really should have thought this out a bit better, but I'll bring this over here and we'll see if we can get some light down there. Back onto the bipod I got. I think it's handy having a bipod. I mean, a lot of people say you don't really need one, but if you've ever lied prone and held a gun in an aiming position for any length of time, I think you will agree with me that having a bipod is a little handy extra thing to have, and they're not expensive. This one is moderately heavy, but I do like the fact that it has some nice features. So what you can do with this bipod is when you've placed it, the legs just pull out. To get them back in, you press this little clavicle thing here, and then they slide back in, like so. It's actually easy to do when you've folded the bipod back up. You can just point it to the sky and press the buttons and then drop in. The gravity will do it for you, which is nice. And you can either swing it backwards or swing it forwards, depending on which way you prefer. I mean, I'm going to use it forwards because that'll still allow me to actually have a good hand on the gun, firing it from a standing position. And then if I want to rest on a windowsill with the barrel, I can do that, or I can just shoot the bipod, and it's all good. I've not actually shot this in anger yet, so when I have done, I may come back on and give it do a shooting review, see how that actually works out. But bonus first strike, woo! So that sums that up. I will put descriptions in the comments below for where to get the actual individual parts, and I'll let you know how it goes. Hope you enjoyed the review. Give us a like and a subscribe. I'm a little light on subscribers, but it's getting there. So thanks very much. Hello again, YouTube paintball enthusiasts. I have another review of a 468 DMR today. That was bollocks.